So this question on Reddit, and I wanted to do a response to it. Is titled "How Can I Be Less Stubborn?" And this person writes, basically, how can I be less stubborn and consider others' opinions? When things don't go my way, I get so angry and become so naggy and end up getting in petty, unnecessary arguments. It's even little things like deciding on where to hang out with my friends and family. It's such a terrible attitude now that I look at it. My family has pointed this out to me, and I've noticed it myself. Any advice is appreciated. Okay, well, when we look at like the root causes of stubbornness, we have to think of what we have to think about like the motivations behind why a human would do anything. And the two major ones, maybe arguably the two only ones I can think of right now, are reward seeking or pain avoiding. And I feel like the manifestation of stubbornness completely fits into that. So, when I stating that, I guess the first thing I would ask you is what has gone on in your life where the application of your stubbornness has either sought you reward or avoided you pain. Extreme example, but did you grow up in an abusive household where, if you weren't right, if your stubbornness involves you being right all the time in an argument? Did you grow up in a household where if you were wrong or you did something wrong, would you be punished? Things like that. Or opposite end of the coin, this is probably the more common one, is were you spoiled growing up? And it has to be a particular kind of spoiled, I would think. Like, let's say whenever you threw a fit, your parents just caved and gave you your way. Well, if they did, then that taught you as a child that being stubborn will seek you reward. So I guess without more information, I would look a little more deep as to why exactly you're stubborn and the root causes of your stubbornness. Like, how far back does it go? Because I would think it'd be a safe bet it goes back to your childhood. It sounds like you're reading this. It sounds like you're stubborn just about anything. But it sounds like it has something to do with decisions, right? I would try this. I would say I would make an exercise with yourself that and let's just start with a week, just a week, where other than serving your basic needs and your work obligations, anything involving your social life, decisions involving your social life, you have no say over. You will automatically comply to anybody else's plans or ideas. The reason why I kind of say only a week, not only do I think that's a good time to kind of get in the trenches with it, but also, we don't really want to go through life always saying yes to everything. Though it is a good exercise, saying yes to everything was very helpful to me earlier in my life. But that's besides the point. Yeah, I would start with that. I think social obligations are a little more easier to comply to. It's not dangerous to comply to. And just see how you feel. If somebody suggests something and like they suggest a certain restaurant and you're thinking like, oh, I'd rather go to this one, but you're going to comply to them because you're going to try this exercise, take note of the feelings you feel, where you feel it in your body, the types of thoughts that you think. It's important at the end of the day to write those things down, or write those down as soon as you can. Take notice of those things. They will give you clues to where to go next from here. I think that also stubbornness can, I don't want to say you have a lack of gratitude or that you could have a lack of gratitude, but if you're being stubborn, it kind of implies that you believe what your opinions or everything you want is almost infallible, for lack of a better term, infallible, I would say. So if that's the case, I think you need to I'm really trying to choose my words carefully here, because I think this part's a tricky one to convey. Humility, gratitude. Humility is not something you can just switch on. You get to humility through gratitude. When you think about all the things in your life that you're grateful for, that you're glad that you have, that you're like, wow, I am really thankful I have a loving family, that I have a good friend base, that I have my health, you name it, you make the list. Especially when you know other people that don't have those things, you feel really humbled knowing just how worse you could have it. And in feeling humility, in feeling gratitude, you may feel that your way is not 100% correct as you might subconsciously believe it to be. And when I say your way, I mean your opinions that make you stubborn. Again, I'm going off of a lot of general information here, so I'm shooting in the dark a little bit. But I really felt driven to this question because I feel like people don't talk about stubbornness very much. I feel like people own their stubbornness, and they almost treat it as a positive thing, and it's really not. I feel like if you have stubbornness in the way, you get in the way of living a lot of good experiences in life. If we knew everything coming out the gate, what is there to discover? Where is the joy in discovering something new and something wonderful? And if you sit down and really think that, like, if you just give something a try that somebody else suggests, maybe it might completely turn your life around, or in the very least give you a good experience, a valuable or cherished experience, maybe. I think that's all I can really say. I commend you for reaching out about something like this, but I feel like there's one more thing that I should say about this. Not just about being right and the importance of being right, but more so, man, I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I usually you know what? If you watch this, I really hope you respond to me. Give me more information on this. Follow up with what I said. I really want to know more about this so I can give you a more concise answer. I hope the general things that I gave you point you in some sort of right direction, but let me know. Let me know. Again, this is good that you're trying to fix this, because a lot of people look at this as a positive quality, and it's a quality that holds a lot of people back. Be good to yourself.